Howdy Hexers, I'm Mokog and this is Hex Hunter. Today we're going to explore the beta of Hearthstone. I was lucky enough to be able to get a beta key and I thought I'd go ahead and share my first impressions with everyone. So this is the revival of the well hidden just for starters, Hearthstone edition. So taking a look, we have a very clean and open interface. We have a spot where you can check out your collection of cards with tooltips. You have your packs that are available to open. You have this thing called a quest log, which allows you to check the levels for each of your different heroes, give your best in arena wins, your play mode wins, and also daily quests would allow you to earn free gold. Gold itself is used to enter the arena as well as to buy packs. So then to get out of your quest log, how do we get out of the quest log? Oop, that's not it. I totally forgot how to get out of the quest log. Now ain't that a pain in the ass? Oh, there we go. I guess we just click out of it. Fantastic. Alright, so let's go ahead and run through a quick practice game. So I've gone through and I've already unlocked all the champions so we can do something new and interesting. So I've maxed out the mage and I've maxed out the shaman so far. It started you off with the mage, and then I went to shaman because it's Thrall, and Thrall is a fantastic character. But now we'll go Rexxar. This is Hex Hunter Mokog's channel after all. So you choose, we have 10 more cards to unlock, and we have the hero at level 1. Since I've not played this deck before, we're going to go ahead and put it on normal, and let's go ahead and start facing off against Jaina the Mage. Oh man, it's bribing the guards.
Rexxar versus Jaina.
Oh man.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
So, it flips a coin, and whoever goes second gets one additional card. So, looks like we have our cost here, we have attack, health. Health is persistent in this game. You have a couple abilities like taunt. Taunt creatures have to be attacked first. We have this big casting cost guy here. So right now this is kind of my mulligan phase. So I can select as many cards as I want to keep or get replaced. So I'm not going to be able to play this 7 for a while, and he doesn't have any abilities that are worthwhile. These are some good early plays though. So we're going to replace that card, and we've got a beast. So the computer's playing first. They have 4 cards, I have 5. And anytime you go second, you get this wonderful thing called the coin. It gives you an additional temporary mana crystal. It's really good for getting a good early start. And since we've got so many 1/1s here, we're going to drop this early 1/1. And then we're going to drop... Gotta play my crystal card first.
Job's done.
So, then you also have a hero power. This one, pay 2, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Hit your end turn button. If you take too long, it puts up a timer. Very good card right here. Mostly because it gives you the acceleration to draw a card. Alright, so now we have our 2 mana. We have a lot of 1/1s this time. See, now my beasts are 2/1s. These are always fantastic. Now, he has to get hit, so I don't have to worry about her coming over to attack my 1 health. And she doesn't have taunt on her, so I can bypass her directly, go hit that hero.
Job's done.
So, one of the things to note... Oh, goodness, Arcane Explosion sucked balls. So, one thing to note is you don't have resource cards. You have mana crystals that get updated every turn, and you gain 1 each turn until you max out at 10. So that really changes the dynamic of what's going on with the game. Alright, so I have a 3-drop that I can do. We're going to wait till we have more minis before we play this guy. This guy's fantastic. One of the things I like about this game so far is that it has really great polish on it. And you can't say too much about a game that's got good polish and a good feel to it. So as you can see, the animations are smooth. The turn, it goes by very quickly, very well. So now we got a conundrum. So now this character has taunt. So everything has to attack him before I can attack Jaina directly, and he's going to deal 3 damage back each time. So I see I have a 2/2 and a 1/1. See, now I can play this guy.
Handle it.
I've turned him into a 3/3 and a 2/2. And I can deal 2 damage to anything directly with my final one. I can deal 2 damage to him. Send this guy. So now my taunt's out of the way. Deal some direct damage.
Job's done.
Now my other card I have here for the next play is deal 3 damage to 2 random enemy minions. Just wasted all that energy on a polymorph. Now the reason it did that, it took away its power, and so now I'm not getting all those pluses, but I can still attack. And that's an important distinction. Use that power to deal 2 damage directly. Attack, and bah! It's a bad sheep. Oh goodness, that's a big fatty right there. A 6/7, and I don't have anything in my hand right off the top except for this guy. Alright, so best part about this, it's deal 3 damage to 2 random enemy minions. Well, the only chance he has is because there's 1. But I only have 6, so...
I can't do that.
Oh, goodness, it has to have at least 2 minions. Well, so much for that thought. Let's go ahead and drop this guy. So now, I have just enough, but it's going to take all of my minions to do this. But the fatty is off the board. 2 damage is done to Jaina. And her power is to pay 2, deal 1 damage to any target.
Handle it.
Oh, great. Gotta get that guy down too. Except... Ha! I have it now. Shazam.
Hit it very hard.
Very reminiscent since I just pulled a mirror match on her. Now he's actually going to be dead because of that power. The other part is I am out of cards and Jaina has a full hand. But she's also at half life. So I am now top decking based on what it gives me. So this is a common scenario that ends up happening, is that if you have something that would be akin to an aggro deck, you can oftentimes get outplayed with cards that do card draw and big drops towards the end. But then you get saved by things like taunt. So now the bear is going to attract the damage from him. The bear is going to die, but I can continue to get rush damage in on that hero. Now, it's not the strongest strategy in the game so far. Combo decks seem to have the best flavor so far. And, oh my goodness, card acceleration in this game is absolutely amazing. But the decks are only 30 cards, so it's also pretty easy to out-accelerate, and that's not a good thing. Alright, I don't have taunt, and I'm going to get hit for 11 damage next turn. So I can kill this one. I could deal some damage there, but that's really not the most powerful in the world. So I can at least take this twice. Oh, looks like I've got another turn, but I've got another series of this here. So I can't take 2 hits of those. So I've got 1 turn at best. All of these cards are coming down. I would love to see some mass removal from this deck today. Alright. Draw a card. Okay. Draw a card. Alright. Drop a boar. That is the end of that, and I can deal 2 there. So, if everything attacks me, I still live. But if he doesn't clear everything out here, Until they dropped that. And 1 damage to all enemy minions. Six. Alright. I need a super solution deck. What do you want to give me? A River Crocolisk. I would say that that's not a superior solution.
Oh, if you're sure. Oh, if you're
What I can
sure.
tell so far, I have lost this duel. I was just entirely out accelerated. Now, it's not so bad when you lose here, because even when you lose, you get experience for the character. And because it's level 1, we get a few more cards. Almost every level that you go up, you end up unlocking new cards. And these are the cards that you can use in your deck building when you want to go make your own deck. Acceleration is just really, really strong. Now, the Hunter Hero's ability is actually pretty good for being able to do 2 mana for 2 damage and to be able to do it consistently. It's just one where not giving up that minion control so far in the game is really rough. He's much better with a constructed deck, and he's much better in Arena. Now you can go into your collection here and you get 9 deck slots, which is pretty amazing. I would have figured they would have given you maybe 2 or 3 deck spots and allow you to purchase out for more. So you also get these things called Arcane Dust. So when you can apparently disenchant expert cards, and you can use those to get crafted cards as well. So I haven't seen too much of the craft materials yet. We'll do a video on that when we see more of it. Let's say we wanted to make a deck. Decks are pretty nifty. So we have one of 9 heroes to choose from. Mages are lovely. Plus we have all the mage unlocked. So if I wanted to make a mage deck, I have access to all the mage cards plus all of the neutral cards. You can have up to 2 copies of a card in your deck for your constructed decks. So I can do things like Arcane Explosions, which is a nice little board clear.
To flip through your collection.
And it's good. It gives you how many have a limit. You can do your casting costs right here. I found polymorphs are fantastic. I love myself some fireballs too. Then you gotta have 2 arcane intellects because those are amazing. Let's see. I really do like polymorph, but we may have some better. So we have a good board clear right here. And Water Elemental is just a fantastic 4-drop. Ooh, we have 2 of them too. So with here, we have some good 2-drops, some 4-drop. Let's go back this side. We have good clear here. Taunt is amazing, and getting 2 units with Taunt for 1 is also fantastic. Fireball has been a good clearer for me, and Polymorph has been great too. Do we have Arcane Missiles on there? We don't. Almost all of the spells I've found have been absolutely useful. Now, I don't have many of the other cards unlocked yet, so we're going to have to go to our neutral stuff for the rest of them. So, some of the Battlecry abilities are fantastic. I found that I've liked Charge and Taunt the most. The Death Rattle cards do very well. Some people like running with Mad Bombers, others don't. I find that I generally do not. Mostly because they can come back and hit you. Oh, so many wonderful cards. First minion you play each turn costs you 2 less. That's great for dropping fat cards. This guy is Acceleration. He's going in. Battlecry for 2 cards is fantastic. Now, since we have so many spells, it might be a good idea to run Spell Power and Taunt for our remaining cards. So this guy is a Taunt and Rage, great 2 for 3. Questing Adventure is a great 3-drop. Plus he's Card Acceleration. So we have a 3 for 1/4. He's good for hitting back a little bit. I tell you, my favorite one is the Senjin Shieldmaster. He's a great 4-drop. It's also really great to have some powerful 5 and 6 drops. So we have 6 3-drops. We have plenty of 4-drops right now. We can stand to have maybe some 1 creature drops. So Battlecry, deal 1 damage is not so bad. Enemy heroes, okay. Early taunts can be good. Destroying the weapons can be fantastic as well. A 2 for 3/2 with an ability. But we want some charging on here. So you know what? We'll do a little variety because we wanted 2 more. So we got 6 cards left. And we need something in the 5 and 6 drop range. We need some bombs to throw in here. As you can see, it's pretty decent running through. This could be organized a little bit more. So for instance, I can run over here and I can do 5 drops and 6 drops. Makes it a little bit faster. This one for a minion focused deck is absolutely fantastic. 5 for 4/2. He's way too weak on the health to be super useful. Now this one could be really good against a lot of 1-hits, because that's essentially a permanent +3 attack. So you know what? Let's throw 2 of him in for some 5 drops. Ooh, a 6 for 4/7 that gives you spell power is fantastic. And a 6 for 4/5 Wind Fury. But a big fat taunt is not too bad either. A little bit of spell power is nice. Alright.
Take her out for a spin.
So let's take a look. So we've got 4, 2. We don't have much in the way of 5 drops. We only have the Gurabashi Berserker. Let's see. It may be better to have the 5 for 5/4 taunt. It's a little less aggressive, but we have an awful lot of spells to blow stuff up. So that's one of the things we're lacking. We're lacking a good chunk of aggression. So let's take a look at our 6 drops and see if we have so this is an aggressive 6 drop right there. So let's go ahead and drop a taunt. And we'll put in one of these since we have one. Now 6 for 5/2 aggression's pretty nice. Not too often we're going to want to use that board clear with what we're doing. So let's thin that out just a smidge. Let's give it a try. Alright. See, this allows me to see the cost curve. So that cost curve on the 4s is just way, way out there. So we probably need to go ahead and cut back those 4s a little bit. Water Elemental is a great 4-drop. And it's a good control. I do love my polymorphs though. You know what, let's run with it and see how we're doing first. So now that we have that, we can go in and play. And let's see what we can do for a play. So we'll select our deck, hit the play button, and we're going to get put into the auto matches. This is the first one ever, so hopefully we do well. I hate to record 2 losses on the first video. So as you can see, matchmaking service does take a few minutes. We're facing US Exxon, USA XON.
My magic will tear you apart.
Alright, so we don't need a second polymorph to start off with. Arcane Explosion. So we have minion control to start off with. And that's not bad. Minion control's good. See? Already starting off with taunt. And we're going to go ahead and take care of those. Oh, one of them. Now that kind of ability is much better when we have a spell power going on, but 1 for 3 damage is pretty nice. Alright, so we can drop down 2 damage or 1 damage to all minions. That's okay. We can drop the 1 here. Get a little bit of taunt action going on.
Ready for action.
And if we want, we could drop our crystal, but he's not seeing much aggression right now. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and let that 1 mana crystal slide there. We'll use that to accelerate, possibly on our next turn in case he drops a fatty somehow. So I can tell so far that we're really looking at a combination of burns. So you see, this is pretty nice. So this is the reason why we would drop our crystal and drop a taunt like that. To drop him a turn early is fantastic, because now he's got 4 mana to try to figure out how to deal with it. So if he tries to deal with it, we have a bomb.
You know, take candle.
I'm very glad that hero powers are not affected by the spell power. Okay, so now we have 4 mana. We can try to do 1 damage to each of the minions, and then we can finish off here. That allows us to go swing in directly. Now this guy gets +1/+1 whenever we play a card.
What to do?
You know what? Let's set up a little bit of a...
Give me a quest.
Let's make this a little more difficult for everyone. We have to attack the one with taunt first. So now he's a 3/3, and we're going to be playing a bunch of cards here. Now they have a lot of things they can do. They got 5 damage that they can throw out. Looks like he's got a bomb, probably a fire blast, if he's trying to do a target like that. When this gets to the point of competitive play, you do have to be careful on what you do with your cards, because we can see what people are doing. 3 damage and freeze it. That is one way to handle it. Oh, we got another one. Looks like we got a direct target spell. Hero power. Nice. Oh, decided not to attack. That's alright. He doesn't have to attack. We don't need to do that bit. So now, let's go ahead. Draw a couple cards. Flame Strike, great board clear. And a nice charge ability. That's going to turn out really well for us. We're going to go ahead and pay 2 to do that. And drop him 3. So, he should have attacked a minion that turn. Or he may have attacked a minion and I just missed it. Frostbolt. Oh, the +1 spell power. Very good. So now he can come in and hit me directly. See, now this is a great 6-drop right here. Big fat taunt sitting right there. It's never fun to see a 6/5 hit there, especially because of how quick all the games go. I had one of those planned for him too. Two 1/1s, that's fantastic. Alright, so we have 7 crystals. Everything has way too low. Now we could do that, and then we'd want to play a 5. So it's whenever he takes damage. So let's go ahead and clear out all of his minions.
Well played. Thank you.
Right clicking, you can say lots of things. But you can't say them very super fast. So we have a 2/7 that if he takes damage, gets +3. See, this guy right here would be considered a bomb. But you see, like our friend there, we have a play that's been waiting. So great part here. Whenever he takes damage, he gets +3.
Job's done.
So now he's a 5/6. So right now, sitting 1 health higher than me, 4 cards in hand, bringing a nice taunt right there. Now if I attack him, I'll have 3 damage left, which is fantastic. I'll be out of most ranges, especially considering everything I've seen him play thus far. I think what I might rather do, though, is I might rather go ahead and drop the charge. Yeah, I think I'd rather go ahead and drop the charge. Drop in the charge minion.
Are you ready for this?
Alright, so that he hits for 4 back, hits for 5. So the +1 spell power would be nice. I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to... Oh, each of them are going to hit him for 5, though.
I wonder.
I could pay 4. Yeah, we got 2 fireballs. And then we'll strike and hit him, turning him into an 8, and then we'll end the turn. So, still has to do a lot of work to kill this guy. Either he has to throw out a Frostbolt, which isn't a bad idea anyway, or he has to get lucky with hitting some of the ones. Alright. Hit me once, hit him once. So now he'll be able to take and finish him off with the fireball. If I could have saved him, I would have. But unfortunately, I could not. So this one. Freeze any character that water elemental damages. So, very good at throwing into the face of stuff. But see, now we have our charge one. He's able to fly in entirely unabated. And now, we can drop in the elemental.
Job's done.
Make it even stronger. And we've got a board clear waiting in the wings, too. And it hits only the enemy minions. 6 damage, don't blame him. 1 damage there. Forces him to take another turn. We have anything? Nope. Alright, we got some more damage going there.
Are you
I'm
ready
going
for
to
this?
drop him. Hit her for 1. Swing at her for 5. End the turn. Alright, so she's going to be able to use this 2 ability to drop her. Still swings for 4. All of this is just fantastic right here. Unfortunately, that does not hit heroes. So I've got 2 minion clears, and I got some direct damage.
I wonder.
What can you do? Not as much as they apparently like to.
Don't blink.
I would need 1 more damage. So taking the conservative route, I could push him down to 1. 4 damage to all minions. Not bad, not bad. That's what I got in my hand. What else do you have in yours? I think we've got this turn. Alright, so swing there. Hit for 1. Before we do, you say well played.
Well played.
And Shazam! The mirror matchup worked up very well. Oh, and it looks like if I get 5 wins, I get 5 gold. You can use the gold to go build an arena deck. All right, well, I think we've got a pretty good handle on what Hearthstone looks like now. If y'all like, we can do a little bit of Hearthstone content while we're waiting for Hex to come out. If y'all have any questions, don't hesitate to send me a message. I'm Mokog, and this is, well, I guess it's now the Revitalized Just for Starters. Thanks for watching.